This is ZNS Total Sports, brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Good evening, Bahamas. I'm Kelsey Johnson. Welcome to Sports Monday. A stroke of luck. That's what you can call the journey to the Bahamas for Bubba Watson, who wasn't even supposed to compete at the Hero World Challenge. Watson's name was re-added to the elite list of 18 after one of the golfers opted out of play. It was all magical from there. In this report, our Jonathan Benson tells us just how the grains were bright and greener in paradise.
Hoisting the championship trophy for the 2015 Hero World Challenge, major champion Bubba Watson took down a world-class field, clinching the title with a final round 66 to finish at 25 under par.
The key around here is making the putts. We can all hit some fairways, we can all hit some greens, just making some putts. And this week, Ping did pretty good. I got a new putter on Monday, got here on Tuesday. We call it the dot system, and so I guess it's on me now. If I start missing putts, it's my fault, not their fault.
Tournament host Tiger Woods wasn't in the field this year, but he was still happy to be a part of this history-making event.
This is our first event for our foundation that we've ever done outside the United States. So we were very excited to have it here in Albany, and what Tavistock has done, and all your members for coming out and supporting this event. It's made it so special. And to have a champion like Bubba go out there and destroy our golf course, it just makes it even better. To have a display like that, to have him drive the ball like that and show us how this golf course is supposed to be played was quite a treat.
The nation's chief, Prime Minister Perry Christie, on hand for the final round of the tournament, and he said this was the realization of an initiative started more than a decade ago.
In 2002, when my government first won an election, I indicated to the then Minister of Tourism, Obi Wosu, that I wanted to launch what we call sports tourism. The minister in that term went to Tavistock at Joe Louis Development, where a golf tournament was played. And he indicated that the Louis organization had agreed to engage in developments in the Bahamas, one of which was going to be Albany. And that we hoped that Albany, when it's finished, would have a golf tournament that could attract the media of the world. The minister, when we won in 2012, went again to Orlando and announced that this tournament would take place, and it's now taking place.
The Hero World Challenge is definitely a great example of what sports tourism is doing for the Bahamas. In fact, as a result of the tournament, we may be seeing even more of Bubba Watson.
This is a special place. I got my house up for sale in Isleworth, and I might buy a house here, so I can buy it.
Jonathan Benson, ZNS Total Sports.
Thank you so much, Jonathan. The National Family Island Regatta is the biggest sailing event in the country, and you can now refer to it as the Cacique Award winner for special events. The Regatta Committee celebrated the achievement with an award banquet at the beautiful Sandals in Emerald Bay, Exuma this weekend. On hand for the grand event was our Jared Higgs.
Exuma's finest turned out in droves to celebrate the Cacique Award-winning National Family Island Regatta Committee, the organization winning the award for Best Special Event. The affair was held at the Sandals Emerald Bay and featured a ceremony honoring past Regatta Committee Chairman. Current Chair and Commodore Danny Smith says the regatta itself is special.
Well, it's a phenomenal event. As you know, it's been celebrating 62 years. And so the regatta's been able to grow and develop over those past 62 years. But I think the important ingredient is the fact that you need to have good leadership and you need to have a good team behind you. And I think I've been blessed to have a good team with me, and that's why we've been able to accomplish so much.
Minister responsible for regattas, the Honourable V. Alfred Gray, is a big supporter and wants to see the culture of sloop sailing continued. Recognizing the packed house, he gave his blessing to the occasion.
I'm glad to know that the population of Exuma find it necessary to honor those people who have been over the years the backbone of this regatta here in Exuma. And so as Minister responsible for regattas, it is my great privilege and honor to be a part of this special occasion, and I do congratulate all of them for the work that they've done.
As the former chairman received plaques for their years of service, Commodore Strawn says it was the right thing to do.
I think it's only fitting that we honor them because they themselves also contributed to the regatta winning this prestigious award.
Officials from the Ministry of Tourism, led by Permanent Secretary Harrison Thompson, presented the awards. Jared Higgs, ZNS Total Sports.
Thank you so much, Jared. Still talking sailing, the movers and shakers in the sport all sat at the round table this weekend discussing ways to better the sport. According to Reverend Dr. Philip McPhee, Minister V. Alfred Gray, who has responsibilities for regatta, has charted a way forward, and all of the skippers are all on board.
He empowered his ministry and certainly invited the movers and shakers of regatta to come together with a clear mind, with a clear understanding of what it will take to make regatta our national sport. It will take an understanding of Bahamian sailors and boat captains and association leaders to come together finally to make the necessary analysis, the necessary arrangements, so that when we start sailing next year, we will be sailing under one umbrella with one governing rules committee with one concept, that is to regularize sloop sailing in our country and to make it what it ought to be.
That's all the time we have for sports. I'm Kelsey Johnson.